Hey, it's Keo Major, Kevin MC, the author, the Nerd King. Haven't used that one in a while. Still pretty legit. Still got a reign on all this nerd shit. Nah, I mean, nah, you probably don't. Nah, I mean, nah, nah, not at all. Anyway, today's topic is procrastination. Procrastination, of course, being defined by Urban Dictionary as not doing shit. Um, according to Merriam-Webster's dictionary, I have no idea because, believe it or not, I don't memorize definitions. I don't know what people think my mind works like, but it's not that cool. I mean, it's pretty cool, but I'm not reaching savant status yet, and I don't want to be like demeaning to savants. I know that's like actually pretty afflicting disorder, but I mean, I don't consider it a disorder because I feel like that's like the next level of human evolution. Fuck Homo superior, nigga. I'm thinking Homo savant, or like something not that demeaning. I should be more PC, shouldn't I? Hey, that reminds me of the PC phrase. It's a little rap thing I used to do on Facebook back in the day. Oh, anyway, I'm sorry. I'm so unfocused. Procrastination. Procrastination, for me, rather, I guess. There's like two sides. Obviously, there's two sides of everything. There's a duology in everything we do, diatribe, if you will. And these two dueling opposing forces represented by all kind of things, yin and yang, and that's all I can think of right now. Oh, the red oni and the blue oni. I remember that. Yeah, Japanese, man, Japanese, mushi mushi. Yeah, right. Two sides, dueling forces, the good and the bad, and the ugly. But that's a whole different subject. So the good for me in procrastination is that I have a lot of things that I like to try and do. I have a lot of avenues where my fingers creep through. You know what I mean? I got a lot of back alleys that my Joe Chill rushes through and shoots down Bruce's Wayne parents and shit. So the good thing is that the way my mind works is that if I have a certain subject or topic that I'm trying to focus on, like say writing or music or whatever it may be, once I start doing that, my mind in the background, like my subconscious, it's like breaking down the aspects of what it takes to reach that. Like I study the things that I choose to find intriguing and whatnot, like the songs that I like and the sounds and the themes and tones and whatever. And my mind takes those and it breaks them down somewhere while I'm sleeping. And when I awake, it brings these things to light and I get better by not doing anything. Like I cannot write a rap for 6 months and the next time I write a rap, I'm much more on beat and on point than I was. It takes me a minute to get back to the flow of it, but once I get the flow, then it's like, oh wow, I'm like writing 10,000 times better than I was. Or if I leave a story alone for like a month or so, I never forget the idea. It's just back there brewing, and then one day it just hits me like, whoa, bam, bam, bam. And I'm like, yeah, man, you know what? It would be really amazing if I rewrote World War II using only vegetables and called it Veggie Wars. And yeah, I just made that up. Well, I didn't just make it up, but I just recalled it from a past conversation. See, that's procrastination at work. Now, on the shadow side, oh man, that's the bad stuff. That's like where it gets annoying because I can't focus on fucking anything. Like for those who don't know me, how I present myself in these videos is a pretty apt description of how my friends get me. Like there's no forced facade. There's no visage or there's no mirage of a certain type of being that I'm trying to conceptualize. I'm not trying to be a madman. I'm literally mumbling, and as a result, I exude the aura of a madman. It's just what naturally happens. It's the natural progression of how I came to be from nature versus nature, nature versus nurture, natural selection, whatever, Darwinian, Freudian, whatever. Anyway, my point being, like, I like to write, I like to make music, those things you might know already. I also like to make videos. Well, I'm trying to start making videos. I gotta do that more often. I skateboarded back in the past, another lost talent. Used to try to play the guitar. I was terrible at it, but I didn't do too bad. I learned a few chords, then I just gave it up. tried to learn the piano, same thing happened. I learned a few keys, and my teacher actually told me I was a pretty good natural at it, like I had nimble fingers. You know why? But she told me I had nimble fingers, and you know, like that was cool. But I just gave it up for no apparent reason. I'm an electrician now, which is cool, but I was in college to be something different, I guess. I don't know. I went to school to double major in psychology and English, and I just gave that up because it was like I didn't want to be part of this society, but that's a different subject. It's all part of the procrastination thing, though, in a way. I guess those are really the only main things that I try to focus on. Oh, blogging nowadays, but um, it's just like they all run together, kind of. Like what I'm really trying to do is build a brand, like the Infinite Ace brand. You know, like that's what me and Ace here have been tossing back and forth, and now the philosopher is joining up with us. So things are kind of like expanding slowly, I guess. They want to do clothing line and other such things of that nature. And we've tried to do that before, make up a clothing line, made up all kind of witty t-shirt ideas and went to the screen printer to get them printed. And then I was just like, who cares anymore? And, you know, they say that like life is like all about like doing what you want to do, and you should find out what you want to do. And people are always like, if you procrastinate and can't get anything done, then you should just sit down and focus on the one thing you want to do. So I tried to figure this out. I meditated. I tried all that, you know, gay Buddhist shit, like chasing the kundalini, you know, putting yourself in lotus position, fucking trying out what are they called, like the empty Buddhist hand and shit like that. Probably saying it wrong. I don't really care right now. But yeah, I tried all those things to like seek the inner passion, what fuels my flame, you know, stuff like that, whatever. And it turns out it's everything. Like when I dream, I hear a musical sound playing in my head, like a mellifluous melody, like a symphony of orchestrated tones that I can't really define because of their raucous, unearthly clamor. You know, it's just so amazing though. It's like awe-inspiring, but I can never get it to sound exactly how I'm hearing it in my head. And then at the same time as I'm hearing these sounds, I'm hearing my voice like melodically and rhythmically adding rhyming words and patterns and singing and vocalizing harmonies and rapping and shit. And you know, it's like it's coming out cool. And then I'm like also witnessing a written piece of it, like a novel, a story kind of, and it's like not rhythmical or, you know, rhyming, but it has a certain style and theme and flow to it. It's like it has a certain appeal, I guess you could say. It's very, I don't know, conceptual, something like that. Is something like that. I don't know. Honestly, I'm searching for adjectives and I'm coming up at a loss. That's how awesome I find this, how divine, phantasmic, something of that nature. But you know, I don't mean to sound lugubrious. I don't mean to sound lugubrious, and that is my word of the day. It means like to cry or something like that. I don't care. I don't know. Or whatever. Fuck Merriam-Webster. That bitch. She always thinks she right. But yeah, I don't mean to sound lugubrious, but I think that it all stems back, and I'm going to get kind of like psychoanalytical and Freudian and shit on you, but I think that it all stems back to my childhood, like when I was still that lame little nerd in middle school, which I'm like just like the lame little nerd that's like older now. I guess I'm a lame bigger nerd. But yeah, I was like the lame little nerd in middle school who would like sit in the fucking classroom and take a journal and script out, I don't know, his classmates with superpowers, you know, or like bunny rabbit trading card games, or fucking, I don't know, remake all of Three Ninjas as a TV show with whole different characters and give them personalities, thinking that shit was cool. Or I would like hang out in the living room with my imaginary friends and play fucking Saturnine Alien with them. And I'm still hanging out with them now. They're like sitting right next to me whispering story ideas in my head and shit, or song idea here, or fucking blog post there, or video idea here. And it's like, oh, you should go do this, go do that, go do that. And I'm just being pulled in so many different ways and I can't even like get myself to go straight, you know? Like, kind of sucks, really, but it's like, I don't know, it's like I can't find the time to play with my imaginary friends anymore. That's what it is. Like I'm like stuck working and working and working and getting money, gotta get money. And you know, like when I do get the time to play or to follow my hobbies that all have now become passions, I find myself making like hour schedule there, hour for music here, hour for writing there, hour for blog there, hour for video editing, hour for like attempting to graphic design, hour to be terrible at guitar, shit like that. And it doesn't work out too well because I also have the kind of mind state that once I actually do something, I'm like supremely focused on it. It's just my amount of focus lasts like this long. So I'll write like 30 pages or something and be like, man, this story is amazing. And next day I'm like, oh man, I really want to go make that song though. And next day I'm like, man, that song sounded terrible, so I'm gonna go make a beat now. Oh my gosh, I suck at producing. It's just I'm back and forth, and it's annoying. And as I'm getting older now, I realize like time is a fickle mistress, and that bitch waits for no one. She's just always on the fucking go. She like, I don't know, like a pimp, a hoe in high heels that's trying to get that money. Like Taraji. Was Taraji a hoe in that movie? I think she was. But she's like the one girl that got kicked out the house with the baby. So that's a prominent example. Or the white girl. I'm talking about Hustle and the Flow, by the way. It's hot out here for a pimp. Taraji side. That shit. But yeah. I'm sorry. I'm so like trying to get on my thoughts so quickly that I'm running over myself. That is a very apt example of what happens. I try to get out so much that I run over myself. And I set myself deadlines, and then I end up like waiting and procrastinating until that deadline is there. Like for this videography thing, like this vlog, I wanted to do it and express myself, but I wanted to do it the right way with like the title screen and music and cut scenes and all that shit. But then it's like I set myself a deadline by like midway January of 2014 to do it, and that came up, so I just had to fucking do it. And I didn't have the time to do all the shit that I wanted to do beforehand, like practice and master video editing at least to a basic amateur level. And now you're getting this like half-ass, half-done job, and that's what I've always been doing, is half-ass, half-done jobs, because I never have the time to focus on one thing. Because while that one thing is in the works, I'm on to something else to master that instead, and not only get to like novice level, not even novice below. And like I said, in my childhood, they used to always say things like, you can't spit, you can't be a rapper, bro, you don't even dress like a rapper, look like a rapper. You want to be a writer, niggas from the hood's not writers. And these aren't direct quotes, but it's something along that line. So it kind of urged me to want to be like whatever the fuck I want it to be. So like when I see an opportunity to do something, I'm like, hell yeah, join the gang. Oh yeah, bro, I'm in for that shit. I could write a story about that shit. Stupid idea that it may be. Sell drugs. Oh yeah, man, I'm in for that shit. I could write a story about that shit. Stupid idea that it may be. And it's not peer pressure, and it's not being a follower. It's just my own stupid, idiotic mind that's searching for novelty. And like I said, time is a fickle mistress, and she's catching up to me. And I realize I gotta do something now. And I don't wanna be famous, I don't wanna be rich, I don't care for shit like that, like materialism or attention. I'm not an attention grabber, like I'm a chill ass dude. I'd rather be left alone. Like I just want a small, modest house, I want a middle class lifestyle, and I'm pretty much there now, so I got that covered. I just need like the home and like a wife, like, and I don't even want her to be a fucking dime piece. I don't want her to be like the perfect 10. For all I care, she could be like, I don't know, 10 divided by 2. She could be like a 5. Well, no, not a 5, because that's pretty low, but she can at least be like 3 plus 3, okay? Like she can at least be like a couple of aces, like 7 of them, something like that. I mean, just not like a 5. I mean, I'm a 3 myself, so, I gotta like at least try like between the two of us to equal 10. That would like work out well. But yeah, so I just like, and I can't even focus on that girl when I find her, because I found plenty of women that match my description. Like they're introspective and intelligent, and they understand myth, and they can deal with my nonsense and my insanity. But I can't even not procrastinate on that. Like I can't focus on one girl without seeking novelty from the next. And like fucking Childish Gambino, great scholar that he is, once said in a song, this ain't life, dude, this is fucks I missed out on in high school. And that's literally what it is. That's essentially what it is. In high school, I didn't really do what most high school kids do, I guess. I mean, I had my fun, but I didn't have enough fun according to me. I wanted to have more fun. I wanted to go to college and do this many girls and do that many girls. I wanted to be 21 and drink this many and go to this many bars. And now it's like I wasted so much time, and how do I catch up? And I don't know. It's like I procrastinated on life, and once you procrastinated on life, what's the next level of procrastination? Are you gonna procrastinate until you die, or are you just gonna get up and try some shit? And You know, in case you haven't realized, I just procrastinated in this video about talking about procrastination because I'm supposed to be doing homework right now. And I'm about to go do it, I guess, but I just want to get this out to somebody, anybody, myself, nobody, everybody. I don't know. It's just, I feel like I know how pretentious and arrogant this is going to sound, but I feel like I'm drowning in a sea of creativity. Yeah. And that's just the Susano's honest, you know? Thanks for listening. Don't procrastinate.